Hey y'all. I had a lovely week because I have started back on my acting classes, which is really exciting. This is a fantastic time, by the way, if you are somebody who is new to acting or if you're somebody who has been wanting to do this but taking the plunge moving to LA has been too much. Right now, because of the situation we're in with COVID-19, a lot of acting coaches are putting their classes online, doing Zoom classes. So what this means is there's a unique opportunity to audit, to, if you have the money, to take the courses, look up acting coaches who are working in LA, who have students who are actually working, and take the class. It's, again, a rare opportunity because before you really had to be here. You had to be ready to step into class. And so the way things are situated now, there's about another month of this at least, and I'd say it's an opportunity. But regardless, the situation as it is I have to be working on my craft. Anybody who's serious about it does. It's like anything else. You get rusty. You forget your moves. You forget the technical little details that make something really nice. And so this past year has been a difficult time for me to try to just make class work. And that's hard because it's the most important thing, right? I mean, I'm an actor. That's my primary goal. I am not giving up on it. So what am I doing if I'm not polishing that craft, if I'm not working towards being able to pay my bills with that? What am I doing? So I have fashioned my life around that, and in the meantime, I'm able to make it happen. So being back in class, being in front of working professionals who are able to critique me in a way that actually helps me move forward is so important. Now, what are people doing with these lines? Is it just going over the same thing again and again and again? It's not. When it comes to actually working on acting, when a person is picking up a script, there's a lot of work to be done. There are people who say you've got to read the script dozens of times. There are people, goodness knows, there are people who can just pick up a script, read it once, and then have it. We're not talking about those people. But if you're not the kind of person who has these characters built ahead in your mind, then part of what you have to do is build the stories around them. So part of what that means is breaking down scripts. When you read them, you make a history for your character. The character isn't just whatever's happening right then, you happening right then, you in that situation, because realistically there's plenty of characters that you would never be. You may act as something you would never do. This is a hang-up that people run into a lot, because there are plenty of jobs out there for people to play murderers and rapists. But guess what? A lot of people don't want to play murderers and rapists because they don't want to empathize with them. They don't want to consider what would have to go through their head to do that. Well, they're not going to get that job. They're not going to get that money. It is what it is. So there's a certain amount of wrapping your head around empathizing with a person who has values that don't necessarily line up with your own. And so that's why something like a history is really important, because I keep looking at like a script I have because you have a whole nother person with their set of values and whatever has happened to them to bring them to that point. And so you have their history, but potentially their childhood. At the very least, you have backstory to what's going on in the script that you have, whatever was happening just before the page on the script that you're at, and then whatever probably happens afterwards. But the before is definitely where you get that meat, where you get that context. How familiar are you with the person that you're speaking to? What does it mean that you're speaking to them? these layers, this context, is what can give you the ability to really show things, to not just speak words off a page and be pretty boring. And some people can do it. I'm not gonna lie, some people can have the ability to just say the words and not do much, and they're loved for it, or they just do everything as themselves and they're loved for it. And that's fine. Whatever works for you, whatever works for them. But personally, I'm one of those people who, even though I personalize things first, as I grow to know a character, I sort of move it further from myself. So it starts by, okay, I have this in common with this person and this in common with this person, and in this way they're like me, and I'm able to take it in. But then as I get to know them, well, no, because that's not why she would do it, and it moves away. So that's kind of the terms in which I think of it. So go ahead if y'all have any questions about techniques, breaking down scripts, the way that you get into a character. Personally, I find one of the biggest ways that I start really becoming a character is starting to dress the part. So if I have a military character, honestly, it doesn't matter if they're ever going to see my feet. I wear my tactical boots. I don't know if I said that clearly. My tactical boots. And those are the same boots I wear if I go out to the range and I'm shooting, and they're the same ones I wear. I've worn them occasionally for fight videos. And yeah, if I'm a detective, or if I'm playing some staff sergeant and I need to stand like with my proper posture and everything, I wear those boots, and it works for me. So it feels good to be practicing, y'all. It really feels good to get feedback and to feel like I'm working on my craft. So I hope that y'all are finding things that make you feel happy, that give you a sense of purpose, because I think that's really how you stay sane in a situation like this. Just use your time. Don't just let it pass by you. Get rest too, but still. Y'all hit me up, and just so you know, I am not 100% literate when it comes to YouTube. So occasionally I have comments that pop up that are perfectly lovely, but they show up as a comment in my notifications, and then I never find them again, or they're not on the video. I don't know what that's about. A couple of them have been mean, actually. Once or twice there's been like a mean comment, and it's just not there. So I don't know, I'm not censoring my page. Also, a few of my friends have noted to me that they're not getting notifications when my videos pop up, even though they're subscribed. I don't know why that is. I'm actually not even getting most of the notifications for comments. So if anybody has any advice, I'm ready to take it, but if not, I'm watching more carefully. Thank y'all, and I appreciate you watching. Hit me up if you have any questions or what you might be interested in me diving into next. Have a good night.